Hi guys, this is George back here with another vlog, and today I'm back here at Universal Orlando Resort for the day 2 vlog. We're heading into Islands of Adventure to start the day, where hopefully I'm going to get this Flight of the Hippogriff credit because it had a 65-minute queue for the whole time last time, and I'm not waiting that long for a junior coaster. At the moment it's on 35 minutes, so I'll probably wait 35 minutes for it if it's normally getting over an hour queue, and then we'll head to Velocicoaster and go for a ride on there as well if the single rider queue is open. That's currently advertised 75 minutes, so yeah, hopefully the single rider queue will be open for that. So yeah, let's head into the park. We'll go to the Studios Park at some point as well. There's some rides in there that I didn't get on the other day, and also in Islands of Adventure. Definitely we'll get on some water rides today as well. It's absolutely boiling hot, one of the hottest days of the trip so far, and we've got 2 water rides to get on in Islands of Adventure. One of them we did last time, which is an absolute soaker, that's Popeye. And then Ripsaw Falls, I've heard, is also a soaker. However, I didn't do that one last time, so I'll definitely have to give that a go today.
Attention all flyers, for your safety.
Okay then guys, here we go. So I've just joined the advertised 35 minutes for Flight of the Hippogriff. Hopefully it won't be too long and I can get this credit. I didn't do this one last time, so hopefully this will be the time. So I just had a ride there on Flight of the Hippogriff. I've done clones of that ride before. It's the standard layout of a Vekoma family coaster, and that was one of the worst ones I've been on, to be honest. It's very well themed, however it was quite uncomfortable. It was a bit jolty in moments and it hurt my back a bit as well, so yeah, not a particularly comfortable ride experience, but it's definitely the best themed one of those that I've been on. But I finally got the credit. I waited half an hour for it, so there we go. Everything is ticked off there. Credit done. I'm going to head over to, hopefully anyway, I'm going to head over to Popeye and Ripsaw Falls now, because I really want to get on a water ride because it is so hot. It must be the hottest day of the trip so far. I'm absolutely sweltering. So here we go. Let's go and head on some water rides. Popeye is an absolute soaker, and then Ripsaw Falls, I've never done that before, so I'm looking forward to trying that for the first time. So outdoor rides are now closing. I was going to go to the water rides, then I decided I'd go and try and look at the single rider queue for Velocicoaster, see if that had reopened. I then joined the queue for Velocicoaster because it was closed, the single rider queue was closed, so I got in an hour queue for it, waited about 2 minutes and then it went down for inclement weather. So I'm now going to go on Cat in the Hat. This is a ride I didn't do last time, it's a dark ride. Let's go and see what this is about. So I've seen on-ride footage of this and it doesn't look anything spectacular. However, let's go and see what it's like in person. Maybe cameras don't do it justice. So I've just had a ride on the Cat in the Hat there, and it was okay. There were some sections that were quite well themed. There were other sections that weren't as well themed. It was a very cartoony ride. I'm not sure if I kind of like the idea, and it looks like it's kind of done more on a budget. And if it was in a different park, it would probably, oh, there's a raindrop. If it was in a different park, it would probably be more of a standout. However, because it's in Universal, it doesn't live up to the standard that they set with all of the theming they do now. These big, grand, extravagant, highly immersive themed rides, and that isn't one of them. So then I just had a ride on Spider-Man, and I remember, well, I thought I remembered that not being very good. However, that was way better than I remember. From what I thought last time in 2019, I thought it was 2-screen heavy. It does have a lot of screens, but it also has a lot of theming as well, and I'd forgotten about the amount of theming in there, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's a really good ride. It's similar, I think it's the same ride system as Transformers. There might be a couple of differences, but it's very, very similar, if not the same. And it's a lot more aggressive with that. So of course there's a lot of rotating, spinning, tilting on there. It really throws you around a lot. It's quite an aggressive ride actually. It's a lot more aggressive than Transformers, but yeah, it's really well themed. Way better than Transformers. Transformers is just okay in my opinion, but that is really, really good. I definitely recommend that. And back when that opened, that would have been absolutely revolutionary. The technology in there is absolutely incredible. Yeah, I really enjoyed that ride, way better than I remember. So I've just had a ride on River Adventure. I did do that one the other day when I was here. Yeah, it's a really good ride. I do really enjoy it. It has some great theming on there. I'm now in Toon Lagoon and I'm going to give Ripsaw Falls a go. So I haven't done this before, but it looks really impressive from the outside here. I've heard that it's not quite as impressive on the inside. However, I'm going to go and give it a go and see what it's like. So I've just had a ride on Ripsaw Falls and then I went straight onto Popeye afterwards. Two absolute soakers of a water ride. So I went on Ripsaw Falls first. 3 drops on there. It's a decent ride actually. Some sections are well themed, some aren't quite as themed. However, there's 3 drops on there and it's an absolute soaker. Or at least I thought it was an absolute soaker until I went on to Popeye. I did Popeye last time I was here and I'd forgotten how much of a soaker it was. I went on there. It's absolutely, I don't even know how to describe it. So there's 1 drop on that. I say drop. It's a bit of a slope. It's a shallow drop. However, it's still a bit of a drop. But it's not even that gets you wet. There are so many effects on there that get you absolutely soaking wet. So yeah, the thing is, like, I'm soaked now, but I've dried since I've got off the ride, or I've dried a bit anyway. Basically, I didn't realise this until just now. So when I was at Ripsaw Falls, there weren't any free lockers over there. So I went over to Incredible Hulk because I knew there were free lockers there to put them in while I went on the ride. Then I went on Popeye, and it was as I was exiting Popeye that I realised there were free lockers right there. So yeah, but by that point, by the time I'd come onto Popeye, I didn't even know if I was going to do it straight after Ripsaw Falls, because I thought I was going to do Ripsaw Falls, then go into the studios park, come back here and do it later after I'd dried off. However, I decided, you know, I'm soaked anyway, let's just do them both. And yeah, I didn't realise that there were free lockers right there, so do bear that in mind when you're coming. No free ones at Ripsaw Falls, however, there are free ones at Popeye. So here I am now in Universal Studios, where I'm going to start off by heading over to Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket and trying to get another locker pass, because the one that I already had got soaked from the water ride, so I had to get rid of it because it was falling apart. So I'm going to try and get another one. Depending on what the queue's like, will be whether I go for a ride on it. I would like to do it again. It's a very good roller coaster, to be fair. It is quite rough, however, it's not too uncomfortable or painful. It's just a bit annoying, really. So yeah, I do really want to get another ride on that, but it depends what the queue's like. It has had some massive queues both times I've been here, so we'll see what happens with that. And then, if that does have a big queue, I'll go to ET and have a ride on that. So I've just had a ride on Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. I was on the front row and it was quite rough actually. So when I went on it the other day, I was on the 4th row and I said it was a bit rough. However, it's definitely rougher in the front. I've got a bit of a headache after that. It's a good ride, however, it isn't one that I'd be able to keep lapping over and over again. That's one time and then I need a break and then I can maybe go on it again later, because yeah, it is a little bit rough. It's a bit like the coasters at PortVentura. A lot of those coasters, I absolutely love them. However, I can only ride them once before I would need a break because it gives me a bit of a headache from how rough it is. That's like that. That is one of them. It's a lot rougher on the front row. So I've just done a couple more rides here in Universal Studios and I'm now heading to E.T. Adventure. So I'm hoping this is going to have a single rider queue so I can quickly get on there and then go back over to Islands of Adventure and get another ride in on Velocicoaster. So that is the plan. There's about an hour and a half left of the day until the parks are going to close. So here we go. Let's hope that this all works out and I can get the rides in. With Universal, I don't know if it's the queue that closes at 9 or the ride that closes at 9, so I'm really hoping that it's the queue, because if not, I might not have enough time to get Velocicoaster in, but we'll see what happens. So coming out of the exit here for ET, I've just seen Woody Woodpecker's Nut House coaster is still standing. So that ride with a full area closed a few years ago. Luckily, I was able to get that credit when I was here in 2019 because yeah, it's closed now and it's not going to be reopening, and I believe that a new family area is going to be getting built here. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. In terms of what I think to ET Adventure, it was really good actually. It was very well themed. Very little screens in there. There's theming everywhere you look. Some good effects in there. There's a scene in there that I really liked where it's like you're flying over the city with all the star cloth on the wall, and there's loads of lighting effects in there, lighting up all the stars. It was really good actually. A really nice experience. Not the longest of dark rides, however, it was really good fun, really enjoyable, very well themed. I can't believe I didn't do it last time, to be honest. I kind of forgot about it, to be honest, because it's not the easiest ride to find. However, yeah, I didn't really think about it last time because it wasn't kind of like on. You kind of have to go off the main pathway. If it was on the main pathway, I would have probably remembered. But yeah, it's a really good ride. Definitely recommend it if you're coming here. So then guys, unfortunately it doesn't look like Velocicoaster is going to be opening. It closed about an hour ago due to inclement weather, and there we go, it's the end of the day now. So not the end of the day that I was hoping for. I was hoping to get, someone's not having a great time. I was hoping to go on there for one more ride today, however it's not going to happen, but it's been a great day. Got on lots of rides, of course got a new coaster credit, Fly to the Hippogriff. That's one I've been trying to get for a while. I wasn't able to get it last year when I was here. I didn't get it the other day, but I have got it today, which was fantastic. I did have a ride on Velocicoaster earlier, which was fantastic. I also did Forbidden Journey just as well while I was waiting around to see if Velocicoaster was going to open. I did Forbidden Journey, which was absolutely fantastic. Definitely my favourite dark ride overall, and it's probably my second favourite ride here, but it's very close between that and Velocicoaster. It's an absolutely incredible ride. So the original plan was this was going to be the final vlog here from Universal Orlando this trip. However, I knew I was probably going to come back here at some point during this trip. However, I am going to do a day 3 vlog because there's still quite a lot of rides across the 2 parks that I haven't done over the last 2 days. So I'll do a day 3 vlog, and in that vlog I'm going to have more of a focus on Universal Studios, because both of the vlogs I've filmed so far have mainly been focused in Islands of Adventure, because I've not spent loads of time in Universal Studios. Of course I have gone over there and done some rides, but I've spent way longer in this park over the last couple visits. So I'm going to head into Universal Studios first next time probably, or maybe come in here, do Velocicoaster, and lightning there, I just got that on camera. Yeah, Velocicoaster's not opening. I don't even know where I was. Yeah, so I'll probably start off in the Studios park as long as if Velocicoaster has a short queue, then I'll probably come in here, do that, and then go into the other park. If not, I'll go straight in there. I'll spend most of the day in there, probably do all the rides in there that I haven't done yet, and then I'll come in here for a little bit afterwards and do some final re-rides, because that'll be my final visit to Universal Orlando. So there we go, day 3 vlog will be coming at some point. Tomorrow I'm most likely going to be at Hollywood Studios, and then Magic Kingdom, and then Friday the plan is to do SeaWorld in the morning, and then Universal in the afternoon, where I'll film that day 3 vlog. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing all the rides over in Universal Studios that I haven't done yet. That's now the end of this vlog here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at George Kelly, and follow me on Twitter at George Kelly. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe everyone, and I will see you all later. Bye.